Today's build is a classic. Whilst modern PCs have imposing curves and edges, panoramic glass, and they're colored anything except beige. But there was a time when none of this was true. Now this build brings a breath of fresh air to the world of PCs, with its return to the classic styling of yesteryear. This system may seem old, but it's a sleeper PC. Hidden behind this beige panel is the fastest water-cooled gaming system. This is all possible thanks to the case for today's build, the Silverstone FLP01. It's an ode to the past, with its beige color, disk drives, and a horizontal layout. But let's see what we've got stacked into this sleeper. Starting with the CPU, the 9800 X3D. Now we had originally thought to go truly all out with the 9950 X3D, but balked at the idea with temperature concerns in this compact system. The case is true to the desktop name as it was originally intended. It lies horizontally and is quite thin. So in this situation where cooling is somewhat restricted, this processor is the perfect choice. This chip is our go-to option for small systems. Despite its speed, it can remain remarkably cool. As for the board, it's the Strix X870 from ASUS's ROG series. We're going for a white theme here for the interior of this build, and you've seen just how creative we've gotten with the iced out styling from the piping of this water loop. But this crispy white board itself aesthetically matches what we want perfectly. Plus it has all the bells and whistles feature-wise. Now for the most overkill part of this rig, the RAM and storage, which really should never be a thing that the RAM and storage is the most overkill, but welcome to the AI revolution, I guess. We've gone all out with one of our favorite brand names in this category, especially today when Micron and everyone is abandoning us gamers for the AI dollar. We have Lexa, who is still delivering the goods. We've gone a bit crazy, but hey, this whole PC is a bit nuts. So we have 256 gigabytes total, so 4 sticks of Lexar Thor DDR5 RAM. Now this will likely take some fiddling to ensure stability, but if ever this retro PC needs to handle some very intensive productivity work, with this much RAM it can do just that. And for storage, we've gone similarly high-end, with this 4TB Lexar Professional 1090 Pro. It's a high-end drive with super solid speed and performance. Lexar made their name with some great budget SSDs, but this foray into the high-end is great quality as well. It's super quick, plus it comes with DRAM, which is literally worth its weight in gold nowadays, which boosts speed and reduces latency. Now despite the 9800's great performance, it doesn't need a lot of cooling, which suits us in this compact PC, but we're still hooking it up to this custom water loop. And for that, we're going with this silver Alpha Cool block. They're a top German brand, and combined with this board, it matches our theme perfectly. Now with our motherboard complete, it's ready to be placed into this new case from Silverstone. As an ode to our love of 2000s PC gaming and nostalgia, and as a massive fan of the sleeper PC concept myself, we had to get our hands on this case. Silverstone originally made this as an April Fool's joke, but immediately the PC community demanded it become a real thing to purchase. To me, this is one of the most aesthetically pleasing PC cases out there. It reminds me of the first PC I ever got to use, arranged horizontally with the monitor on top, playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and Age of Empires 2. For the graphics card, we've got the RTX 5090 Asus TUF. It always kind of sucks to tear down a 5090. The air coolers themselves are seriously impressive, but this sleeper PC case is compact, so a giant air-cooled thing like this would never fit, so a water block makes it all possible. Speaking of which, we have the Heat Killer V. I think this is the best looking GPU water block. We have a silver finish, it matches the rest of the build, and it just doesn't do too much. It's a true performance focused aesthetic. In between installing this, you get a nice look at the PCB. This piece is what really makes the graphics card what it is. It's always kind of surprising when you water cool. Tear down a GPU and see that this relatively benign piece is what makes a gaming PC a gaming PC. But you can see how absolutely stacked these cards are with memory. All these Samsung VRAM tiles surrounding the NVIDIA graphics card unit, just crazy. We're fully water cooling this PC, which on paper initially seemed like a very fun idea, but once push came to shove, the practicalities of it were quite challenging. We're running 2 radiators here. Both are white, but they're slim. One's a 240 and the other a 120. In an ideal world, we'd have 2 240s and they'd be a bit bulkier. For fans, we've kept it simple, just slim white fans, once again to ensure the fit and to match the white theme, plus 2 little 80mm fans in the rear to act as an exhaust. Water cooling is our only chance of running components this powerful in a sleeper PC case like this. But even then, we need these slim rads and slim fans, which we'll eventually see how that will impact performance, if at all, in testing. Now there's one last part to cement the foundations of our water loop, the pump and res. We have this compact Alpha Cool core. Fitting this part was always going to be a challenge, so this mini is the only real option. It still performs solid solidly despite its size, and it's a nice acrylic glass with built-in RGB. Now we're done. The system turned out so well. The powerhouse white interior surrounding the beige works exactly as I wanted it to. It's quite rare to go fully metal like this. It's a much more difficult process than traditional tube materials, but worth the extra effort for a look you can't get otherwise. They're a chrome exterior, but inside is a raw copper for formidable pipe lifespan and loop performance. Let's run some testing, see if the case limitations inhibit the high-end parts' ability to perform. But the water loop should prevent this system becoming a hotbox. After 30 minutes on firm mark at full stress with the top panel back on, I didn't see the 5090 go over 60 degrees. The water loop did much better than I expected, even with the slim rads and fans. Now for the CPU temps. The 9800 X3D is known for handling stress well, and here was no different. The CPU peaked at 76 degrees during the Cinebench stress. For a different kind of showcase rig, this sleeper build is perfect. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.